you wanna join my gang? Gang vocals, crowd vocals, however you want to call them. They are always a good way to make your song sound larger than life. Especially now that concerts are a rare occasion, you want to give your listener that sensation of a warm hug of the past. But if you're like me, you got no friends and the world is a dark, dark place. You got no one to be your crowd.
And if you do have friends, you can stop watching this video now, cause I hate you.
So what can we do? Well, if you don't have a crowd, you become the crowd. There are many ways you can do this, but I'll show you my special little way to make your gang vocals sound super natural and super real. So come with me on this journey. First step is just to create a bunch of tracks. Usually I go in between 9 or 12, so let's just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, I know how to count. It's great. And now it's really easy. All you have to do is put a mic in the middle of your room, just like this mic. Right here. And now all you have to do is to walk around in your room, whatever it is, and record your lines a bunch of times. I'll start over here and I'll record the lines a bunch of times.
The words I'm singing make so much sense. The song I'm playing sounds so good. Am I alone in the room? Not at all. Should I get drunk?
And now all you gotta do is move a little bit, press record on the next track, and do it 11 more times.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't give up. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. You're doing a great job. Great job. Great job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't forget to use all of the dimensions of your room, right? So move back a little bit and move around. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I like to make silly voices so it doesn't sound like me singing a bunch of times as well. So let's do a bit of that now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's go for a bit of a low vocal, right? And let's go back even more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't give up. Keep doing it. Just 2 more. Come on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's it, guys, for the recording part. I really like this recording method because if you leave your mic static in the room and you move around the room, you get the different sounds of your room and the different reverberations of where you are, and then you can pan your tracks accordingly to where you were when you recorded them, and then you're gonna have a pretty real image of your room as it sounds. So let's do that. I'm gonna pan the tracks and mix them a little bit and we'll see how they sound together. Let's link them all like this, and now we can just erase all the bits we don't need. This should be good enough for now. Press Command G to group them, name them crowd, pan them according to where you were. So I started to the right, so I'll pan this one to the right all the way, and then this one was a little bit less to the right, like this. Maybe you don't have to be super precise. It's just like around where you were when you recorded it. I was a little bit left this one, all the way left for this one, then all over again. And you don't have to stop at 12 tracks. You can make your crowd huge. You can overcompensate for how alone you are as much as you want. It's an endless source of happiness, for sure. Okay, let's listen to the vocals soloed.
Makes so much sense. Sounds so good. Not at all. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that sounds a lot like my room, so it's very truthful to what I heard when I was recording here. So you can edit this as you want. It's always good to cut a little bit of the beginning to cut all the breaths and stuff like that, but I like to leave a little bit of the end so we have the reverberation of the room. You know, I don't want to just cut it right after. What I also like to do sometimes is add a little bit of reverb to make my room sound a little bit better, because this is not like a particularly good sounding room, it's just a little room. So I can put a reverb of another room and make it sound a little bit cooler. So usually I use hybrid reverb for this. New plugin in Ableton Live 11. And for this, I use the convolution section of it only. And we can use, let's see, real places. And let's put me inside where? A bunker. Why not? Let's put it at 100% just so we can see how it sounds.
So much sense. Sounds so good.
quite cool. I like the tail of that, but we can mix it with my natural sound of the room. So let's just put a little bit of this reverb here.
Makes so much sense. Sounds so good. Not at all. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
As you can see, my vocals are a bit louder on the right than on the left, so I can always compensate for that by just turning up some of the left vocals. Let's see here, this one and this one.
Makes so much sense.
Let's turn down this one a little bit.
Sound makes so much sense.
Cool, I think that's it. Let's listen to everything now.
The words I'm seeking make so much sense. The song I'm playing sounds so good. Am I alone in a room? Not at all. Should I get drunk? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And of course, when you're doing crowds, you don't need all of that low end, so we can also come over here, get EQ8, and just cut all of the low end like this. You don't need all of this. It's just gonna muddy up your mix. And you can bump up the high mids or the highs just to make the vocals a little bit more present as well.
Makes so much sense. The song I'm playing sounds so good.
And also because it's a roomy recording, it's always nice to turn down the 500 Hertz because that's where all the crappy room sound is. So let's find that here. Around here, let's turn it down a bit like this.
Makes so much sense. The song I'm playing sounds so good.
You can mix this forever, right? You can balance the sound better, you can pen it differently, you can do a bunch of things, but I'm trying to keep everything really simple for this video. Let's just finish up with some de-essing. Unfortunately, Ableton doesn't have a really good de-essing tool available. So what I usually do, I just get my favorite de-esser, which is Elosis right here, put it on the first track, and I just choose one of the singing presets. Male singing should be fine. And I just get this one right here and copy it over to all of the tracks. Because you don't need all of the S sound from all of the tracks agglomerating and making your track sound annoying, right? De-essing the whole group might be a little bit confusing for the de-esser, so I just de-ess them individually. That's the only thing I do to my individual tracks, really. There you go. And lastly, we can go for the famous glue compressor, because gluing things that should be together is always good. Get the glue compressor in the group.
Makes so much sense. The song I'm playing sounds so good. Am I alone in a room? Not at all. Should I get drunk? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's it. You can mix it however you want, but that's basically the gist of it. Let's hear it one more time.
The words I'm seeking makes so much sense. The song I'm playing sounds so good. Am I alone in a room? Not at all. Should I get drunk? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So let's listen to them soloed again so you can really hear the room sound.
Makes so much sense. Sounds so good. Not at all. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Some editing could still be done here just to make the vocals be a little bit more together because I wasn't super precise with the endings and all that stuff, but I like how it sounds natural. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys use this technique quite a lot. I use it especially on my covers because I like to make the covers sound really different from the original tracks, and sometimes putting a crowd in there, it's unexpected. But yeah, gang vocals, crowd vocals. Now you're not alone anymore. You have yourself, and you always have me as well. So if you like what I do, please press all the buttons around me that help me, and I see you guys next time. Bye.